so let's get started. Let's begin in Shavasana together. So take your heels as wide as your yoga mat. Lower yourself gently down with care, with compassion. Bring your arms by your side, perhaps palms facing up, heels as wide as your mat, and let your toes naturally roll out. If you are tight in your lower back or there's any niggles there, I would take your heels to the edge of the yoga mat and just press your knees in together. Ground your lower rib, lower back into the earth. And perhaps lower your gaze or close down your eyes completely. Begin to tuck your chin towards your chest and just find stillness. I like the phrase pause before we begin. Just start to notice your breath before we change it. Calming the fluctuations of our mind. And to begin with, bringing our attention to the breath. So wherever we've come from, we're just placing a pin right here on our mats. And to soothe our nervous system. This time of year is generally busy. There's a lot of rushing involved, a lot of expectation. So we just take it back. Well done. Let's see if we can build our breath. We'll inhale through the nose and we'll exhale through the mouth. As we inhale, we can feel our belly rise. We can feel our ribs expand and finally our chest puff and lift. And then as we exhale through our mouth, we feel everything soften and lower. Let's do that again together. Inhale, feel your belly rise. Feel your ribs expand. And finally feel your chest lift. And on the exhale, feel everything soften and lower. Well, great job, yogis. Begin now to close down your mouth and draw your breath best you can. Inhales and exhales through your nose. Perhaps beginning to activate that Ujjayi breathing if that's in your practice. If not, no worries. Inhale and exhale. Well done. When you're ready, begin to bat your eyelids open as if you're coming awake for the first time today, and draw your heels to hips distance wherever they've been. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, draw your left knee up toward your chest. Take your right hand on your left knee. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, I want you to guide that left knee over toward the right side, coming into supine twist. Tucking the right hip crease underneath the midline and extending the left arm out, looking towards the left. If space is an issue, you can just cactus that left hand. Getting a good stretch across the pelvis, IT band. This is a great pose to do in the mornings. It's great for the health of your spine. Take an inhale and an exhale. Deep breath here. And then inhale, come through center. And then just draw the right heel up towards your glute. Alright? Keep the left ankle over that right thigh. And then using your glute, so without touching that left knee, press it out. Okay? Using your glute. Feel your lower back sink into the mat. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, lift that right shin up towards the ceiling. Flex both feet, protect your joints, and either interlace your hands underneath that right thigh or perhaps on top of the right shin. Keep your shoulders grounded and feel the push and pull energy as you just work into your gluteus maximus and minimus here. Just enjoying the stretch, taking a big deep breath, continuing to build your breath for this practice. Enjoying the luxury of slowing everything down. Well done. Take another breath here. And then if it's available to you, take the left knee over the right, and you can take a hold of either side of the outer edge of your feet. You can rock from side to side here. Well done. Pressing and squeezing the inner thighs together. Great job. Exhaling anything that no longer serves you. Coming back into your body, noticing what that feels like. And if your mind begins to wander, which it will, see if you can take it back to your breath. Building that inhales and exhales through your nose. Great job, your face. All right, release that left leg long now. Okay, extend it down to the bottom of your mat and flex the left toes. Drop that left femur bone into socket. You can place the left hand on top of that thigh bone just to make sure you're grounded. And then either using your peace fingers, your index finger and your middle finger, or hands behind the back of this right thigh, we'll just take a stretch through the calf, through the hamstrings. We want to ground, keep the shoulder blade into socket. Okay, and you can take a little bit of movement here. There's no need to use any force. Okay, just waking up with a big, beautiful stretch, using your breath, lifting your chin slightly up towards the stars. Okay, a little bit of space in the back of your throat. Keep the breath long and smooth. And we'll practice keeping the breath long and smooth throughout this. Oh, beautiful. When you're ready, release that right leg long, okay? And then on the next breath out, lift the left knee in towards your chest. Take a breath and then extend the left leg out. Well done. On the next breath out, take that right knee up towards your chest, and this time take the left hand on your right knee. Take a breath. Keep the left leg active, so extend through that left leg. Keep the toes flexed as you guide this left knee over towards your right side. Extend the right hand out and look towards the right. If space is an issue, again, you can cactus your arm. Try and keep the shoulder blades grounded, stretching across that thick band of muscle that runs down your leg, the IT band. This is a great stretch to do in the morning. It's good, it stops that blood flow, puts a pause, and then as you unravel, unwind, you get that detoxification feeling. Well done. Snuggling that left hip underneath into the midline. Take another big, beautiful breath here. Great job. And then when you're ready, unravel, unwind, and this time draw the left heel up towards your glute. Press that right knee out without using your hand if you can, so you're activating through your glute. Great job. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, lift that left shin towards the ceiling. Take your hands on top of the shin or interlace it underneath the thigh. Keep both feet flexed. And again, feel that push and pull energy as you work through that gluteus maximus, minimus. This is a really nice stretch. If you ever suffer from lower back pain, sciatica, okay, just relieving that sciatic nerve that sometimes presses on the peripherus. Take a big, beautiful stretch here. Breathe. And then if it's available to you this time, you take the right knee on top of the left and you take both hands on the outer edges of your feet. You can just take a rock here from side to side. Beautiful. Take a breath. We'll get moving. Lovely to have the opportunity to stretch everything out. Especially if you're doing this first thing in the morning. Okay, we've slept maybe in one or two positions overnight. Take a big breath. And we have to be able to bend before we break. So if we're constantly in strength, all right, we might notice little niggles, injuries, especially as we get older. So it's a great opportunity to work all those kinks out, to shed light into dark places. Great job. When you're ready, extend the right leg out long this time. Watch your plants if you're like me. Take the peace finger and middle finger and wrap it around the big toe. Or you can take the hands to the backs of your thighs. Okay, you decide what feels better for you. You drop that right femur bone into socket. You press the right hand down. And just take a big, beautiful breath. Try and drop the shoulder blade down. Okay, so there's no strain. If there's strain, take your hands to the back of the thighs. Just begin to work through that stretch. So we're counteracting all that sitting, driving. We're shedding a little bit of light to the backs of our legs. Again, this can be really nice if you run or horse ride, cycle, or lift weights. Beautiful. And when you're ready, just take that knee in and then the right knee. You can take the palms to the shins and press the knees up towards your tummy. Okay? You can rock from side to side and maybe on the next exhale, lift the crown of your head towards your knees. You're in a little ball here. Drawing the belly in towards the spine. Beautiful. Well done. When you're ready, lift the shins parallel to the ceiling and take your hands to the backs of your knees. Take a breath in and begin to vertically rock and roll down the length of your mat. Okay, until you come all the way up. When you're ready, come to tabletop. All right. So we're going to spread our fingers wide. Our index finger faces forward. That brings our shoulders into a nice external rotation on our backs. We have a flat back sensation, okay, so we draw the belly into the spine and our knees are underneath our hips. We're going to take a breath in and on the breath out, we're going to lift that left knee up towards our nose. And then we're going to slide that left ankle behind the right knee. So we're in a figure four shape. On the inhale, we're going to drop the belly. Okay, begin to lift the chest through the gateway of the arms, shine the heart forward, and maybe lift our gaze, pressing through our foundation. On the breath out, we're going to round, okay, from the tailbone up through that mid-thoracic spine, and then doming our upper back, finally tucking our chin towards our chest. Beautiful. Inhale, drop the belly, okay. Lift the chest through the gateway of the arms, radiate the heart forward and lift the gaze. Great job. Exhale, round, doming the back. So trying to get that frontal hip points up towards the ribs as you tuck the chin towards the chest. Great job. Inhale, come back to a flat back sensation and take a breath in. And then on the breath out, just slide that left knee in between your hands and extend the right leg out behind you. You can rock back and forth, just giving the calf muscle a little stretch. Take a breath in, and as you do, begin to walk that right toes over towards the left, as far as they'll go. Okay, and then on your breath out, look behind that left shoulder, over towards that right heel, taking a twist. Take an inhale, take the right toes behind the right wrists, and on the exhale, lift that left knee up towards your nose, round, see if you can kiss your knee, and then drop it back down. We'll do that one more time. So inhale, walk the right toes over toward the left. On the exhale, look round past that left shoulder, taking a big, beautiful twist,
And then on the breath in, right toes come behind the right wrist, and on the breath out, we press into the ball of the right foot, press through to your foundation, lift the left knee towards your nose. Great job. Lower that left knee down now, and take the right knee underneath your hip points. Take a breath in, and a breath out, let it go. Well done. Inhale, and on the exhale, you're going to lift, press through your foundation, lift that right knee up towards your nose now, and then slide that right ankle in front of the left knee. Okay, press through your foundation. Make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders, your index fingers facing forward, and then we'll do the same again. On the inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the chest through the gateway of your arms, shine your heart forward, look up, gaze up. On the exhale, we'll find that doming sensation in the back, okay, round, spinal extension and flexion. So good for getting rid of any stagnant energy in the body. Maybe moving a little more fluidly now. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest, radiate your heart forward. On the exhale, round, squeeze. We still magnetize the forearms together. One more time now. Inhale, drop the belly. Maybe begin to lift the tailbone. Find that rounding. And exhale, round. Great job. On the next breath in, find that flat back sensation. And on the breath out, you're just going to move that right knee more into the center of your mat. You're going to extend that left leg out behind you and rock back and forth. Okay? Finding that stretch through your calf. Great job. Take a breath in, take the left heel over towards the right, walk them across, and then on the breath out, look over that right shoulder, take a twist. Hopefully that feels really good. Take a breath in and walk the left toes behind the left wrist, and on the breath out, press through your foundation, lift your knee towards your nose. Great job. One more time now. Left toes come over towards the right side. Look over that right shoulder on the breath out. Take that beautiful twist, but watch your foundation. Mind you don't collapse into your elbows. And then on the inhale, walk that left toes behind the left wrist. And on the exhale, pressing into the ball of that left toe. Okay, engaging that quadriceps. We press through our foundation to lift around. Well done. And release. Come back to all fours. Okay, and just walk your hands up towards your knees. Sit on your heels, come to Virasana. Okay, roll the shoulders away from your ears. Once, twice, 3 times, and then back the other way. Taking a full breath here. Okay, soothing and reviving that nervous system. Coming to all fours now. Begin to tuck your toes. Take a breath in, and on your breath out, press your sit bones back towards your heels. Rise up strong, downward dog. Okay, we'll just work through our foundation here. So our fingers are spread wide. Our index finger points towards the top of the mat, and our hands are slightly turned out. We magnetize our forearms together, and we drop our ears by our biceps. We draw the belly in towards the spine, drawing the ribs in. We lift the outer sit bones up towards the sun, okay, and we drop our heels down, finding some length in the backs of our legs. If you're tight in the backs of the legs, no worries, just take a little bend in the knees and lift the outer sit bones up towards the ceiling. Drop the head down and just shake the head a little yes, a little no. Just work out any tension from the back of the neck, that trapezius muscle. We begin to pedal out the legs, have a conversation with your body. Notice if there's any sticky points. Notice how you feel. Take a breath. Well done. You press out of that strong, straight arms, building strength in the shoulders. And then when you're ready, drop the heels down, okay? And just take a breath in and let it go. One more just like that. Draw the breath in. And then let it go. Take a generous bend in your knee. Press your sit bones back. Take a breath here, pressing your torso to the tops of your thighs. And then just take a little walk or hop towards the top of the mat. Great job. Your feet are hips distance, lower the crown of your head down so you're parallel to your mat. You can grab either side of your elbows and shake your head yes and no. A nice generous bend in your knees here. Stretching through your pelvis, your sit bones. Okay, all that good places that often get tight. Uttanasana, deep forward fold. Okay, drop your hands in front of your feet and on the inhale we'll lift halfway. Draw the crown of your head forward. Find that flat back sensation. Activate through the back muscles. We roll our inner thighs toward the back of the mat. Exhale, soften and bow. Great job. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana, pressing all four corners of the feet, both feet into the mat. Okay, we sweep our arms out to come up. Draw your belly in towards the spine. Stack up through the vertebra and our hands come to touch at the top. Perhaps we look up, gaze up, stretching through the side waist. Exhale, hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Draw the belly into the spine. Uddiyana Bandha. Take a breath here. Let it go. Take your hands down by your side. Well done. We sweep our arms out to come up, touching at the top. On the exhale, we slice it down the middle. Okay, hinging from the hips, softening at the knees as much as we need. Inhale, lift us halfway. Breathe. Flat back sensation. Exhale, soften and bow. Bend your knees as generously as you need. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep your arms out to come up, touching at the top. And this time, as we exhale, we're going to cactus our elbows to 90 degrees and twist towards our right. Breathe. Inhale, come up through center. And exhale, twist toward the left. Beautiful. Inhale, come up through center. And this time, as you exhale, sweep your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Draw the heels of the hands together. And press your knuckles away from your booty. If you want to keep a bend in your elbows, you absolutely can. Take a breath in, and on your breath out, through the nose, hinge from your hips, soften out your knees as much as you need. Deep forward fold. Drawing the knuckles up and over your head. Crown of the head comes parallel to the mat. Take a deep breath here. And on the breath out, sweep your hands down beside your feet. Inhale, lifts you halfway. Breathe. Exhale, soften and fold. Press your hands to frame your feet and step the right foot back and then the left foot back. Plank pose. Remembering half plank is always available, so you can drop to your knees at this point. Okay, the balls of your feet are underneath your heels. Start to activate through your quads, drawing the belly in towards the spine. And I want us to practice protracting our shoulders up towards the ceiling. So really pushing them up towards the ceiling. Your neck is long and soft, and we're rooting down through our foundation. That index finger is grounded. We take a big breath here. Well done, and let it go. Start to really draw the forearms, squeeze them together. Inhale, we shift our shoulders over our wrists. And exhale, we press our elbows back towards our feet so they come in line with our shoulders. Inhale, lower all the way down for our first one. Inhale, draw the shoulders away from our ears, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Come up for cobra. Exhale, soften and bow. Tuck the toes. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, okay, press through your foundation. Sit bones come back towards your heels. Lift up, downward dog. Take one breath here. Let it go. Ears come beside your biceps. We roll the inner thighs back towards the back of our mat. Press through our foundation. Take a bend in your knees and take a little walk or hop towards the top of the mat. Lower the crown of your head down. Inhale, lift you halfway, breathe. Exhale, soften and fold. Well done. When you're ready, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep your arms out to come up all the way to the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. Take your hands down by your side. Inhale, sweep your arms out to come up, touch at the top. And exhale, soften and fold all the way down the middle, hinging from the hips and softening at the knees as much as you need. Inhale, lifts you halfway, breathe. Exhale, soften and fold, Uttanasana. Your hands come by your feet. This time, step the left foot back towards the back of the mat and lower that left knee down. Okay, your feet are on railroad tracks rather than tight ropes, and we drive into that right heel. On the breath in, we sweep our arms up. Well done. Anjaneyasana. Okay, we zip up from the pubic bone up through our core. We drive down through our right heel and we square our hip points towards the front. Pinkies forward, thumbs back, take a breath in. And on the breath out, we rain that fingertips down, pressing into the right heel. We might want to scoot our left knee back a little, okay, as we come into half splits, Ardha Hamanasana. Pressing into that right heel, we draw the right hip crease back and into the midline. Take a breath in, find that flat back sensation, and then on the breath out, I want you to imagine scooping that lower belly. Okay, so you find the flat back sensation and maybe finding a little depth. Okay, if you're tight here, no, that's normal. You can also have your hands on blocks underneath your shoulders. Okay, we'll go through that one more time. Inhale, pressing into that right heel to isometrically square your hips. Anjaneyasana, breathe. And then on the exhale, we find half splits, Ardha Hamanasana. Take a breath in, find the flat back sensation, and on the breath out, maybe we find a little dip. We square our pelvis here. Notice if the right hip crease shoots out towards the left, square it. Our body always wants to take the path of least resistance. Great job. This time we roll over our toe. Okay, so we're coming back to Anjaneyasana one last time. Inhale. Beautiful. And this time on the exhale, we take that left hand down in line with our right foot and sweep the right hand up towards the sky. Okay, taking a big, beautiful twist here. Okay, we press the belly in towards the thigh. We notice the right hip crease. Notice if it's pressing out. Okay, and we square it back. Beautiful. We come light on this left fingertips now, and we drive the right hand towards the back of the mat, lifting the left fingertips. Taking a twist. Maybe we look back towards the right here. Well done. Take a big, beautiful breath here. In and out. On your next breath in, drop that right hand towards the back of the left thigh. Look towards the front of the mat. Flip the hand. And on the breath in, okay, we exalt. But don't push. Notice what it feels like. Open the heart. And on the breath out, we sweep both hands to the inside of this right knee. And heel toe the right foot out towards the edge of the mat. So the toe comes in line with the edge of the mat. We press that left knee back. Okay, and we're in lizard lunge variation. Okay, so we want to descend our hips towards the mat. Remembering you can be on blocks here, or if you don't have blocks at home, you can use books. Okay, so we're just stretching into those hips, counteracting all the things that we do on a daily basis. You can rock here, take a little movement. Okay, if you need a little more, you can drop onto your forearms here. Okay, you can open the knee out, but if you do, let the toe track with the knee so the arch of the foot lifts. Take a big breath here, find some space. And when you're ready, press back onto the palm of the left hand and take the right hand to the inside of the right knee. On the next breath in, shine the heart up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. Beautiful. If you need a little more, you can press that right hand towards the back of the mat, lift the left toes up, okay, and take them into the right hand. On the breath in, we press the foot into the hand, open through the shoulder, inhale. And on the breath out, we draw the heel in towards the glute, taking a beautiful quad stretch here. This is an option. Draw the belly in towards the spine and notice your foundation still press out through the shoulder. Let that left toes lower, don't slingshot. Let them lower with care. And take both hands to the inside of that right foot. Heel toe the right foot back towards center and tuck the left toes underneath. Lift that left knee up off the mat, engage your quads. Now pivot on the left foot, and on the next breath in, windmill your arms into warrior two, bending through that right knee. Make sure it's a heel to arch alignment, and take up space in your mat, okay? Draw the navel in towards the spine, and notice if you have a curve here. Press your hands out, your drishti is over your middle finger. Take a big breath here, and on the breath out, maybe sink a little lower, bringing this right thigh parallel to the mat. Okay, notice if your heart starts to travel towards the right knee, and bring your heart back in line with your hips. Take a big breath here. And on the breath out, drop that left hand down, flip the right palm, and press forwards, up and over for peaceful warrior. Keep the bend in the right knee, taking a beautiful side stretch. On the breath out, come to extended side angle, taking that right hand down beside your ankle, and then pressing the left hand up and overhead. We want to feel like we're ripping the mat in half, so we have equal weight in both feet. Take a big, beautiful breath, and when you're ready, come back to warrior two. On the exhale, sink a little deeper this time, your drishti's over your middle finger. Well done. When you're ready, take this left hand, sweep it forward next to your right foot, and pivot on the left foot so you're now on the ball of the foot. Take a twist, taking that right hand up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Pressing the belly in towards the thigh, pressing that left heel towards the back of the mat. Your tailbone is long. Take that right hand down now and press into your foundation, pressing up through the shoulders to take your right foot next to your left. Take a breath in and a breath out. Remember, half plank is always available. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward over your wrists. On the exhale, press your elbows back behind you until your shoulders come in line, drawing your belly in towards your navel. On the inhale, upward dog or cobra, find your flow. On the exhale, connect to your core, lift up, downward dog. Take a full big breath here. Let it go. Bend your knees and take a little hop or walk towards the top of the mat. Exhale, soften and bow. Inhale, lifts you halfway, take a breath. Exhale, soften and fold. Root to rise, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep your arms out to come up, touching at the top. Look up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Great job. Take a breath. And let it go. Take your hands down by your side. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Okay, start to feel the connection. Start to feel your inner thighs draw together. Great job. Inhale, sweep your arms out to come up, touch at the top. Exhale, fold down the middle, hinging from the hips, softening at your knees as much as you need. Crown of the head comes parallel to the mat. Inhale, lift you halfway. Remember to breathe. Exhale, soften and fold. We start to marry the breath to movement. Take the right toes towards the back of the mat this time, and when you're ready, lower that right knee down. On the inhale, pinkies forward, thumbs back, Anjanasana, breathe, find some space. On the exhale, we rain that fingertips down, okay, and we lift that left toes up towards the ceiling. Maybe we scoot the right knee back a little, Ardha Hamanasana. Okay, we square our pelvis, driving into that left heel. The tailbone is long. Take a breath in, find the flat back sensation. And on the breath out, we want to soften and fold. If there's no space here, no, that's normal. Inhale, roll the toe over, find Anjanasana, breathe. Maybe there's a little more space this time. Maybe we descend slightly into the hips, stretching through the hip flexor. On the exhale, find Ardha Hamanasana, breathe. Pressing the crown of the head toward the front of the mat. Know that one side might feel completely different to the other, and that's really normal. Inhale, roll that toe over, Anjanasana, breathe. On the exhale, you're going to lower this right hand down beside that left foot and take a simple twist here, lifting the left hand up towards the ceiling, stacking through the shoulders. Okay, come light on the right fingertips. And if the balance is there, drive that left hand toward the back of the mat this time and lift the right hand. Okay, if you're okay here, look towards the right and take a beautiful breath here. On the next inhale, drop that left hand towards your right thigh, look forward, flip the right palm and exalt. Okay, we want to zip up from the pubic bone up through the core, so there's still engagement here as we open our heart. Okay, engaging the glutes. Great job. On the exhale, we take both hands to the inside of this left foot and we heel toe out towards the outer edge of the mat. You might want to scoot that right knee back. Lizard lunge variation. So we want to descend through our hips. So we're just letting go of any tension that we've been holding there. This time of year it's really common. If you need a little more, you can come onto your forearms. Remember, if you don't have space, we can have blocks underneath our hands here. Great job. You can let the knee fall out, but if you do, let the toe track with the knee so the arch of your foot is lifted. Take a breath here. Well done. Start to press that right hand into your mat and take the left hand to the inside of the knee and lift the heart up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Option here to take the left hand towards the back of the mat, lift that right toes, and on the inhale, press the foot into the mat to open through the shoulder, lifting your heart up towards the ceiling. On the exhale, take a quad stretch, so press the heel in towards your glute. Beautiful. Gently letting go of the foot. Can you have control to lower the foot down, sweeping that left hand to the inside? Heel toe that left foot back towards center now and tuck the right toe. Lift that right knee up off the mat, engage the quad so you're pressing out through the right heel. We still want to press out through our shoulders, okay, engaging belly towards spine. Pivot on that right foot now so the heel presses into the mat, and then on the breath in, we windmill that right hand towards the back of the mat, okay, and we find ourselves in warrior two on the other side. Take up some space on your mat. We want to eventually work this left thigh parallel to your mat. Press out through your fingers, pressing your feet away from each other. Warrior two. Exhale, maybe sink a little deeper. On the inhale, drop that back hand, flip the front, find peaceful warrior. Bending through that front knee. Great job, taking that side, beautiful bend. On the exhale, take that left hand down now in front of the ankle, and we take the right hand up and overhead. This hand can be on a block if that feels more supported. Maybe we lift our heart towards the ceiling, taking a beautiful breath here. Great job. Find warrior two, one last time. Notice this pelvic bowl region, notice what it's doing, okay? Pressing up and in. So it's like a bowl of water. We don't want to spill it in front or behind. Okay, we just have engagement. And when you're ready, on the exhale, take that right hand towards the left foot. Pivot on the right foot so you're on the ball of the right foot, and take your left hand up towards the ceiling. Taking a beautiful twist here. Lower that hand down and press through your foundation. Lift your hips to take that left foot back towards the right. Take a breath here. Okay, find your plank pose. One long line of energy from the crown of the head out through your heels. On the inhale, our shoulders come over our wrists. On the exhale, our elbows are squeezed into our side. Find Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay, lower all the way down this time, untuck the toes. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears, find Cobra. Take a breath. On the exhale, let it go. Okay, let's find Cobra one more time. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Last time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. Tuck the toes, connect to the core. On the exhale, press the sit bones back towards the heels. Rise up, downward dog. Take one full breath here, pressing out through your hands. Bend through the knees, okay, and take a little hop or a walk towards the top of the mat. Inhale, let's just find halfway lift. Breathe. Draw the belly in. Exhale, Uttanasana, soften and fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out to come up, touching at the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a breath here. And let it go. Well done. Take your arms down by your side. Great job. Okay, inhale, sweep your arms out to come up, touch at the top. Exhale, soften and fold, slice it down the middle. Inhale, lift you halfway, breathe. Exhale, soften and hold. Okay, right toes come back and left toes come back. Take one breath here and let it go. Exhale, downward dog. Pressing the heels towards the mat. Press out of your foundation. Strong, straight arms. Lifting that outer sit bones up towards the ceiling. Your inner thighs roll back towards the back of the mat. Take a breath in and let it go. Take your feet together and on the next breath in, lift that left toes up towards the sky. You can come onto the ball of the right foot. On the breath out, press the right heel towards the mat and bend the left knee so the left toes come toward right side. Stacking through the hips. Take a full breath here and then on the breath out, lift the knee towards your nose round. You can come onto the ball of the right foot, but lift, press through your foundation to lift your hips. Step that left foot through hand center. If you need to use that left hand to get it there, no worries. This time pivot on the right foot and bend into the left knee. Sweep your arms out to come up and find Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. For this first one, straighten this front leg. I want us to get the sensation. So we want to roll this inner thigh toward the back of the mat. So our weight wants to be in the knife edge of this back foot from our pinky to our heel. Okay, we square our hips toward the front of the room, best we can, and bend into this left leg. Sweep your arms out, Warrior 1. Take a big breath here. Inhale and exhale, let it go. Draw the ribs down towards the belly. Well done. Sweep your hands down. Okay, pivot on the right foot and take the left foot to meet the right. Come straight back to downward dog or take a vinyasa. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, elbows in by your sides. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Find your flow. Exhale, tuck your toes, connect to your core, downward dog. On the next breath in, straight away, lift that right toes. On the breath out, bend the knee. You can lower that left heel to the mat. Stack your hips. Shoulders stay square. Take a breath. On the breath out, knee towards your nose, round, lift up. Lift your hips. Step that right foot through hand center. Pivot on the left heel. Your feet are on railroad tracks, so they're not, traditionally it's heel to heel, but that doesn't feel good in my body. I don't know about yours. Okay, so we sweep the hands out to come up, Warrior 1. Straighten this front leg and let's find that weight distribution. Okay, so we square our hip toward the front of the room. Okay, our inner thigh of the back of our leg rolls towards the back and we feel this left glute turn on. We bend into that right knee, Warrior 1. Take a full breath, maybe think a little deeper. Draw the ribs in towards the navel. Lots going on in poses all the time. We reach our hands up towards the ceiling. Well done. We notice our weight. Notice where our energy is going. Where our focus is, our energy flows right. We windmill the hands back to frame that front foot, pivot on the back and step the right to meet the left. Well done. Join me for a vinyasa. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana. Lower all the way down, untuck the toes. Rolling the shoulders away from the ears so the shoulder blades kiss on your back. I like to keep a bend in my elbows, pressing through the tops of my toes. Lift my gaze, cobra. Exhale, soften and fold. Tuck the toes, connect to the core, take a breath in, and on the breath out, find downward dog. Breathe. Great job. Take another breath here. Let it go. Well done. Breathe. Take the feet together. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. On the exhale, bend the knee. Let the left toes come towards the right side. Take a breath in, and on the breath out, knee towards your nose, lift your hips. Step that left foot through center, pivot on the right foot. Inhale, find warrior two. On the exhale, straighten this front leg and turn this left toes in. Sweep the arms out to come up. Take a big, beautiful stretch. Beautiful. On the exhale, take your hands to your hips, okay, and we hinge from the hips. You can bend and soften your knees as much as you need, and we come to a deep forward fold. Lowering the crown of our head parallel towards the mat. Our heels are out, our toes are in. Press the left hand now in the middle, and take a breath in. As you breathe out, I want you to sweep the right hand up towards the ceiling. Well done. Breathe in, take the right hand down, replacing the left, and this time take the left hand up towards the ceiling. Great job. Take both hands down now, connect through your core, all right, and you can take your hands on your hips here. Well done, and rise up. Feel the rush of blood going the wrong way. That's especially nice to do in the morning. When you're ready, turn your heels in now, so your toes are pointing towards the edge of the mat. Take your hands to heart center and find goddess. Breathe. So we want to stack up through our spine. Notice if you hinge forward, really common here. So we want to stack up through our spine, so our head's over heart, heart is over pelvis. We want to roll our inner thighs up towards the ceiling and take our hands to heart center, pressing the weight into the knife edge of both feet. Breathe. Maybe we sink a little lower. Rise up strong, great job. Turn that right heel out, okay, and come back into warrior two. Take a breath. On the breath out, sweep both hands to frame that front foot. Pivot on the right foot. Take the left foot to meet the right. We're in plank pose. Skip the vinyasa here if you need to, or inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, perhaps coming to the tops of your feet, lifting your thighs, pressing your heart through your shoulders. Take a breath in. On the breath out, tuck your toes, connect to your core, downward dog. On the breath in, straight away now, sweep that right leg up, and on the breath out, bend through the right knee, stack your hips. Well done. On the next breath out, knee towards nose round, step it through hand center, and pivot on this left heel. When you're ready, find warrior one. Breathe. On the exhale, find warrior two. Right hand forward, left hand back. Okay? Notice your gaze. Heel to arch alignment. Breathe. Well done. On the next inhale, straighten through this front leg. Turn that front heel out and toes in. Take a stretch up. On the breath out. Okay, we sweep it down the middle, hinging from the hips. Okay? Deep forward fold. Crown of the head comes parallel to the mat. Hold it here for just a second, and then this time the right hand comes down. Take a breath in, we sweep the left hand up. Take a breath out. Other side. Breathing, syncing our movements to our breath. Well done. Lower both hands down now. Take them to your hips and inhale, rise up. On the exhale, we take our heels in, our toes point towards the edge of the mat. If you need a little adjustment here, take it. Okay, find that head over heart, heart over pelvis alignment, and then sink your bottom down, rolling your inner thighs up towards the top of the room. Take your hands at heart center, goddess on the other side. Take a breath, maybe sink your hips a little lower. Working out any tension in your inner thighs, hips. Breathe. Well done. Inhale, rise up strong. On the exhale, turn that back heel out. Find warrior two. One more time to sink a little lower. Well done. On the inhale, sweep your hands to frame that front foot. Pivot on the back foot. Take the right foot to meet the left. Find your vinyasa, or maybe this time you skip it and go straight to downward dog. Find your flow. Exhale, downward dog. That's where we'll meet. Take a breath in. And on your breath out, lift that outer hip bones up towards the sky. Look at the two toes behind you. Draw your belly in towards your spine. Well done. Take your feet together and on the breath in, lift that left toes towards the ceiling. On the breath out, take your knee towards your nose, but take the left ankle and slide it behind your right wrist. Extend the right foot out behind you. Okay, we're going to come into pigeon pose. So if you need a little more here, okay, we take the left shin bone parallel to the front of the mat, but I don't think that's necessary. You can take the left heel in towards that right thigh. Find squareness. If you need to put a block underneath your hips, you can. Okay, find squareness here first on your fingertips. And then when you're ready, okay, we fold forward, finding that flat back sensation. We can take our forearms and use them as a little pillow here for our head. Great job. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breath in and a breath out. Well done. In and out. Pressing through the fingers, okay? When you're ready, tuck the back toes, okay, and rise up, downward dog. Just pedal out your legs a little. And when you're ready, lift the right toes. And on the exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and then slide that right ankle behind the left wrist. You walk that left leg out, keep it active, find some squareness in your hips. Notice if one side is completely different to the other, and know that that's okay. Take a breath in. Once you find that squareness, on the breath out, we want to fold down to center. You can use your hands, a block or book or a pillow here to rest your forehead. Taking 3 breaths here. Well done. Great job, yogis. Taking a big, beautiful breath here. Well done. When you're ready, press your hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck that back toes, lift the hips up, come into downward dog. Pedal it out. Well done. Big breath here. When you're ready, lower your knees down. Take your heels to one side and sink your bottom down. Come to Sukhasana, easy seated pose, something that feels good for you. Well done. Sweep your arms out to come up, touch at the top. Okay, and then on the exhale, we're going to take a twist. We're going to take this left hand behind that right knee and take the right hand behind your shoulder. Well done. Looking over that right shoulder. Okay, stacking up through the spine, twisting through the mid-thoracic. Beautiful. On the exhale, take that right hand now to the left knee and just tuck the chin towards your chest. Well done. Find a rounding, pressing your pelvis back behind you. Inhale, find your center, sweep your arms out to come up. Well done. And this time, take that right hand on the exhale behind the left knee and the left hand behind your shoulder. Take a twist here. Anchor down through your sit bones. Try and release any tension through your jaw. Well done. When you're ready, take the left hand on the right knee, take a breath in, and then tuck the chin towards the chest. Round. Well done. Great job. On the next breath in, unravel and wind. Sweep your arms out to come up, touch at the top, and exhale, hands to heart center. Take a big, beautiful breath in, lots of love in, all the way to the top. And then on your breath out, Bow your forehead towards your hands. Find length at the back of your neck. Namaste, yogis. Well done. Until next time. Great job.